Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something that silently controls millions of lives every single day. Fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough, fear of stepping forward when the world is watching. Fear is invisible, yet its impact is powerful. It stops dreams before they are born. It convinces talented people to stay small. It whispers lies that sound like truth. What if you fail? What if you embarrass yourself? What if you're not ready? But here is the truth you need to hear today. Fear is not your enemy. It is a signal that growth is near, a signal that your potential is waiting on the other side. Every great story you admire, every leader, artist, entrepreneur, or changemaker once stood exactly where you are now, uncertain, afraid, and doubting themselves. The difference is not that they had no fear. The difference is that they moved forward anyway. Today, this message is not about eliminating fear. It's about learning how to walk with it, how to rise despite it, and how to step fully into the life you were meant to live. Understanding fear, why it exists. Fear exists for a reason. Long ago, fear protected our ancestors from danger. It kept them alert, cautious, and alive. But in today's world, fear often shows up in moments where no real danger exists, when you want to speak up, start something new, or chase a dream. Modern fear doesn't protect your body, it limits your future. Fear exaggerates risk and minimizes possibility. It focuses your mind on what could go wrong instead of what could go right. It tells you to stay comfortable, even when comfort is costing you your growth. The problem is not fear itself. The problem is listening to fear more than your purpose. Ask yourself this powerful question. What am I avoiding right now because I am afraid? That answer often points directly to your next level. Fear doesn't mean stop. Fear often means pay attention. Something important is here. The cost of letting fear decide. Let's talk honestly about the cost of fear. Not the dramatic kind, but the quiet, everyday cost. Fear costs you opportunities you never take. Fear costs you confidence you never build. Fear costs you the version of yourself you never become. Years later, most people do not regret the things they tried and failed at. They regret the chances they never took, the words they never spoke, the dreams they never pursued. Fear doesn't just say no once, it says no repeatedly until hesitation becomes a habit. But here's the good news. Habits can be changed, and courage is not something you are born with. It is something you practice. Every time you choose action over avoidance, fear loses a little bit of its power. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision that something else is more important than fear. Confidence is built through action, not before it. You don't wait to feel ready. You move, and readiness follows. Think of fear like a muscle. The more you confront it, the stronger you become. The more you avoid it, the more powerful it feels. You don't need to take massive steps today. Small steps count. Speaking once, trying once, showing up once. Progress doesn't come from perfection, it comes from persistence. Reframing fear as a teacher. Instead of asking, how do I get rid of fear? Ask a better question. What is fear trying to teach me? Fear often appears when you are about to grow, stretch, or transform. It appears when your comfort zone is no longer enough to hold your potential. What if fear is not a warning sign, but a direction sign? What if fear is pointing you towards your purpose? The moment you feel fear before trying something new, remind yourself, this means I care. This means this matters. And what matters deserves courage. Stepping into your potential starts with belief. Your potential is not something you earn, it is something you uncover. You were born with abilities, ideas, and strengths that the world needs, but potential alone is not enough. Potential requires belief. Belief doesn't mean certainty. Belief means choosing to trust yourself before the results appear. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for validation. Stop waiting for perfect timing. The world changes when ordinary people decide to believe in themselves consistently. The greatest tragedy is not failure, it is unused potential. Action is the antidote to fear. Fear survives in overthinking. It weakens in action. The moment you take a step, any step, fear begins to lose control. Action creates momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence fuels courage. Don't wait until fear disappears. Move while your hands are shaking. Speak even if your voice trembles. Start even if the path isn't clear. Clarity comes from movement, not waiting. Failure is not the enemy. Let's redefine failure. Failure is not proof that you are not good enough. Failure is feedback. Failure is training. Failure is part of every success story. You only truly fail when you stop trying. The people who succeed are not fearless, they are resilient. They fall, they learn, they adjust, and they rise again. Every setback is preparing you for a stronger comeback. Becoming the person you admire. Ask yourself, who do I admire? Not for their success, but for their courage. Now ask, what would that version of me do today? You become confident by keeping promises to yourself. You become brave by honoring your values. You become powerful by choosing growth over comfort. You don't become extraordinary overnight. You become extraordinary by making aligned choices daily. Step forward anyway. Let me leave you with this. Fear will always be present when you are stepping into something meaningful, but fear does not get the final decision. You do. Your dreams are valid. Your voice matters. Your potential is real. Do not let fear write the story of your life. Let courage hold the pen. Step forward even when it's uncomfortable. Step forward even when you're unsure. Step forward because the world needs the best version of you. On the other side of fear is the life you've been waiting for. Thank you. And now, take that first step.